Hello viewers, I am Arushi Patnaik and I welcome you all to our third video, that is prototyping and storytelling process. Well, reminding you all about the second video, that is the ideation process, where we have discussed about certain ideas which can help us to solve a problem statement, that is tackling global outbreak or global pandemic. In this video, we are here to provide you all with some certain feasible solutions which, if can be implemented in a proper way, could give us better results. We have started this project with an aim, that is to create 0 years like 2019 and 2020 for our future generation. Well, without wasting any time, let's start the video. In this video, we have discussed about very feasible solutions which can be implemented to tackle our problem statement. So, in the last video we have discussed about various ideas where to solve the various problems regarding the problem statement what we have discussed in the first video. So, according to all the problems, after discussing a lot, after thinking a lot, me and my team has developed a prototype named Green Saviour. What is this Green Saviour? What it includes? How it works? It will be clearly described to you all further. So, what is this Green Saviour? It includes 3 things. That is vertical farming, second MKG or micro kitchen garden, and third is home-based air purifiers. Well, all these things will be explained to you all in the further video. So, let's start. Now I'd like to welcome Sahil to continue further. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Mohammad Sahil and we already discussed vertical farming in our previous video. But just to recap, what is vertical farming and why do we need it? Researchers say that we have lost about 1/3 of our farmable lands in a short period of just 40 years. And with the estimated population increase, the world can face food crisis due to shortage of land for cultivation. Here comes the concept of vertical farming, where crops are grown in vertically stacked layers, that is, one layer placed over the other in multiple levels, thereby reducing the required area of land. And do you know the interesting part? These methods don't even require soil. So how does it work? Firstly, crops are cultivated in stacked layers and then natural and artificial lights are combined to maintain the perfect light level in the room. Techniques such as hydroponics and aeroponics are used as better substitutes to soil. In hydroponics, the roots of plants are submerged in nutrient-rich liquid solutions. This liquid can easily be poured in and out as per requirement. The dependence on soil is minimized, thereby increasing yield and reducing water usage. In aeroponics, which I would say is a step ahead of hydroponics, plants are sprayed with a nutrient-rich liquid solution. This technique requires up to 90% less water when compared to our conventional methods, adding it to the list of soil-less cultivation techniques. Further, these vertical farms are provided with appropriate temperature, air, humidity, and carbon dioxide for their growth, all thanks to the technology. So what are the advantages? Land area requirement is minimized. The setup for vertical farming can be set up in any urban area. Use of less chemicals and stacking one layer over the other maximizes the quality as well as the quantity of crops. So as a result, the food on your table becomes more organic and lesser toxic. And the growing population can be fed without straining our natural resources. There is up to 90% lesser water requirement, and since all crops don't share a common plot, a variety of crops can be grown simultaneously. There is least dependence on environment. Thus, the yield is also least affected by harsh weather, and the output can thus be achieved year-round. If implemented on a very large scale, vertical farming can maximize crop yield by up to 700%. Another advantage being it allows traditionally farmed lands to repair its biodiversity. So, considering all these points, vertical farming serves a very feasible and viable way to live a healthy life and thus build our shields against any disease. Thank you.
In last video we have learned about what is mini kitchen garden. Now we are going to learn how to adapt it. Learning how to create mini kitchen garden, first and basic we have to choose a spot in the house where minimum 6 hours of sunlight is available. One thing to take in mind, if you are in hot climate, you must have a shade. So selecting a place where minimum 6 hours of sunlight and shade is available. Next is to plan how much you have to plant. Plant as that you can take care of, not more than that. Now it's time for planting. You can either build a planter box or directly from the ground. If you are using a planter box, you can lay a barrier between to stop weeds from coming up. It's the most important point as it can ruins all your effort. Once your garden is filled, make sure to give some space. After all this, the main question arises, what to plant? So, plant specific vegetable you want to grow. Find your favorite, not just your favorite but also your family's and friends' favorite.
In our previous video, I already talked about what is air purifier and what is AQI. In this video, I am here to speak about how to implement air purifiers in our homes. As you all know that there are different types of air purifiers available in the market, but before to use it, we have to concern about some point. First point is we have to keep our doors and windows should be closed. Second point is we have to replace the filters regularly. Third point is we have to place it in a right position in our home. But instead of use it, we can also use natural things as a air purifier. So we can increase our ventilators for the purpose of purification of air so that our moisture level will reduce, and we can also install trickle vents to purify and cycle the air we breathe indoors. Also we can plant some indoor plants like spider plants, bamboo palms, golden pothos and aloe vera, etc. As we can also use the beeswax candles which can release contaminants while burning. Like that we can also use active carbon and activated charcoal, which is also known as air cleaner, because it will pull the toxin from the air and without releasing any odor. Also you can use Himalayan pink salt lamp which is the capability to pull the toxin from the air completely. These are some steps we can use and implement air purifier in our homes.
At last, there is something I would like to share with all of you. There was a kid so playful. He liked to leap around walls and benches and any other similar place he found. People sometimes even compared him to a monkey for that reason, but it was all good. He actually enjoyed it until some difficult times came. Times when he experienced shortness of breath. He was a patient of chronic asthma. He wasn't blessed with a very strong immune system, so whenever he came around a bunch of these everyday things which he was actually allergic to, he started wheezing. The shortness of breath made it difficult for him to speak in a single breath. All his playfulness was restricted to the bed he rested upon. As medications, he was prescribed inhalers which contained steroids. And do you know what these steroids do? They further suppress the immune system in order to control the swelling and inflammation in the airways. But does that mean that these steroids are the wrong medications? No, not at all. They are even the lifesavers. This simply means that they are not the permanent solutions to the underlying diseases. The kid was just one example. there are so many other people undergoing the same or similar conditions. Just look around yourself. It could be one of your friends. And we are not achieving that with the toxic, chemical-rich food on our tables. We are not achieving that with the polluted air we are breathing. We need to take steps. We need to build our futures. We need our shields to battle these conditions. All I would say is love each other, forgive each other, and take care of each other. Thank you.